Nana boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back to another episode of this Salford City Road to Glory on the channel. And today we've got a big month ahead of us, but of course we've just finished the biggest month of this season and maybe the most important month of this season. And although the transfer window has just shut and it maybe didn't go exactly the way we wanted, I'm pretty happy with the business we've done. And also we're starting to be recognised, boys. We're starting to be noticed as Torino have offered me the manager position. This is actually the first job we've been offered since being at Salford, and of course I'm going to reject it, but pretty decent offer. It's nice to know that we've been noticed. So we had a pretty busy window, didn't we? And we had a pretty busy episode last time out when it came to the transfers. We've got two new centre-backs joining the club because Civic got injured instantly straight off the bat. Mark then got himself injured in the last episode, so brought in Fitzwater and Wolfenden. They're not the ideal candidates that we wanted. Of course they're not, but they came in for the right fees. They came in for cheap wages. They're going to be good rotation, I think, this season in the Championship. And that's really what it's all about, to be honest with you. We also signed Morrow and Brad Young, who had a really good start. So hopefully they'll continue to do well. We've got a decent month this time round. We played some very, very difficult games in the last one. Southampton and Sheffield United just have ridiculous squads. A little bit of a rough bag at the start of this season, but we did end up beating Huddersfield and beating them emphatically. And in this episode, we're going to take on Stoke, Coventry, Portsmouth, and Luton. Also, did not send out the youth scouts. Completely forgot in that episode. It was a little bit hectic. Now, I've kind of calculated everything that everyone said on what we should do, and I think just for this time round, I'm going to do England, 6 months, and I'm going to keep it on any for now. I'm going to keep it on any for now, and then I've got this completely the wrong way round. But then we are also going to send a scout to Wales. We'll do the same, 6 months any, which will leave 3 months-ish at the end of the season when maybe we can determine to send both scouts out somewhere specialist for particular positions that we feel like we need in the team. But at the moment, I quite like getting a mixed range of players. I don't feel like there's a certain position where I'm like, we need a youth player there, if that makes sense. Maybe at most, we should probably be looking for centre-backs. Now, if you're new around here and you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support so far on the series and on the channel. We're pushing our way to 5K. Like the video if you enjoy it. Dislike it if you didn't enjoy it. Doesn't matter. It all goes down as interactions. That helps me. Now, we've got a 2-week break in the build-up to the first game. So I will see you for this Stoke game. Never mind, I'll see you instantly for this transfer bid for Ashley Hunter to Gil Vicente, which I'm going to accept. Made the decision to let him go last episode. I'm a little bit gutted. We've got him at least until January, which is quite a nice feeling. But yeah, it is going to be a shame to see him go. A good point to make before we get into the Stoke game is if you want me to start scouting players for the future, give me them now. Give me them as soon as possible so that I can get them scouted. Because as we've noticed, when we get into the transfer window, it's a nightmare. I'm also going to do that with a shortlist now in the build-up to a season. I'm going to be re-scouting everyone on the shortlist that I feel like we need to look at. So this will be the starting 11 for the Stoke game. We're going with Fitzwater. He's going to get his debut today. Apart from that, he's pretty strong. I'm going with Kelly again. I'm going to keep giving him a couple of chances here and there. Just see if I can change my mind on him. Again, we've got to make our minds up on quite a few players in the build-up to January, Bolton being one of them as well. Now, Stoke have not had a good start to the season. They're currently sitting in 15th. So maybe we could pick them apart like we did with Huddersfield. This is going to have a similar feel to it. Although I think with the formation they're playing with the 5 at the back, is near enough a flat 5 as well. I'm not going to have anywhere near as much joy breaking them down as we did against Huddersfield. They played pretty open and quite aggressive on the press, which they do in real life, I think. So I think Stoke will sit a lot deeper, be way more organised. Tom King's on international too, so it does mean we've got our young Czech goalkeeper in goal. He didn't have the greatest of starts, but I'm not going to be so mad on him. Do you know what I mean? He did take on Sheffield United, so it was not by any stretch of the imagination an easy game or a given when it comes to that match. That's a good bit of play here. Marvin in instantly. Elliot List got his head on it. Couldn't get it beyond the goalkeeper. That would have been a nice start. Elliot List has already bagged himself his first hat-trick of Championship life. So maybe we see a little bit more of that from him today. Elliot List was so good in the last episode. Already bagging his first hat-trick. Things you'd love to see, obviously. That's not bad. That's not bad. Kelly with the opportunity. Get his first goal of the season. Good save from the keeper. The early pressure feels like it's all from us. I feel like they're going to be here for the taking. What did Fitz... Okay, it must have hit his hand. I was like, why did Fitzwater just stop? Simon pings that one inside, and he's done really well to get it to Brown. I can't get across, and that's going to be 1-0. That was a fantastic finish. I couldn't swap to Ogilvy quick enough, and they managed to get across, and that is some finish. Poor defending from us, though, and we've had really good defending in the recent games. That was just really sloppy. Now it's going to be the case of, can we break them down? Because I feel like they will just sit on us, and we have struggled against sides when they have just sat. We do have a little bit more quality this season, EP3 being one of those, as well as the main man, Aina, who's been fantastic. Lado getting in the way there, though. Not what I need. He's had a good start to the season, though. I'm not going to be too mean on him, but here we go. Brown's been played in. 2 goals here would be dreadful. That's a great save from the goalkeeper. That was nearly 2-0, and that could have been game over within the first 15 minutes for us. Okay, breaking through. All right now. Can't get it away. I mean, I'm trying to get it away, and we can't block it, and Powell is going to make it 2-0 Stoke, and we might be out of this game already. I said this is a team we might be able to beat. It's not looking likely. Already, this makeshift back line proving not to be good enough. Well, we might end up having matches like this. They may happen. Elliot List there. We'll collect that. It's actually really good from him. Brad Young then trying to spring in Lado. It was a nice idea he's had. They've just got so many bodies back. And them scoring 2 goals early is going to make this even more difficult because they really can just sit and they're going to be okay with just sitting on the ball because the impact that they're going to see is next to none. Go on then, Kelly. It's not a bad ball in. Kelly! Yes. Not a good shot. Can't really get it on target. Getting the ball over like that. Oh my God, get to that. Oh, what a save. Was he not offside there? He wasn't. Oh my God, that's a fantastic save from the keeper. And they're proving again, just 1 or 2 opportunities is all they're going to need to break us down. Coming under pressure. We are not performing well in the slightest, and we have another man down. And if that is a defender, I think it's Brad Young, though. I think that might be Brad Young. Can we get the bodies back up we need? We can't get the ball out correctly, though. This is awful from us, and that's a good save in the end. Is that Doyle? I think that's Doyle. I think we've got the trifecta of injuries to centre. I don't know what's going on here, but I think we're having the trifecta of injuries to centre-back. I just don't understand it. Every single game, at this current moment in time, we are getting a centre-back injury. Well, when it rains, it pours injury-wise, doesn't it? And another one now, Doyle. And he's had to step up a lot with more being sold. It's been huge for him to have him in the team and to be stable. Well, we don't have him in the team anymore, though, do we? Which is my big old stickle. That's a poor ball. We're going to see how long we can kind of wait until I have to bring Doyle off. Very clever. Elliot List in a good position. Oh, he's got to find the back. It's a tight angle, but he's got to find the back of the net. It's not the first time for EP3 that he's played at centre-back. It's going to be there again as Doyle comes off and we bring on Brannigan. I just feel for Akper. I love how versatile he's been, though. But this one does look like it's heading for a defeat now. But maybe we should have been more accepting of that at the start of the game, considering the position we're in with the injuries. I mean, we've got a very makeshift back line at the moment. We've got 2 new players have to be brought in. I've got a centre mid in the back line at the moment. We've got injuries galore, which is certainly not helping me. Elliot List now just couldn't get onto his other foot. Atebo was there. Here comes Stoke again. It's been a little bit too easy for them today, and this might be the icing on the cake for them. Oh, wow, that was calm under pressure from the goalkeeper, but it doesn't matter. It's 2-0 Stoke. Not really a good enough performance from Salford. Another injury to a centre-back. And our season, I think, will be very up and down this year. The injuries are definitely not helping us. Back down to reality after that Huddersfield game, which is probably the most frustrating thing, right? You have the Huddersfield game, and then I don't really know what that performance was. Hunter has been sold, though, and only 5 days for Callum Doyle. That is the best news we could have had. Doyle will not be back in time, though, for this Coventry game. So this will be the starting 11 we're going to go for. I'm actually going to change the kits because we could play red for this one. Coventry are 9th in the league at the moment. They've had a good start. EP3 will play as the cam today. Brannigan and Amos as the centre mids. Morrow with his first start because Aina is pretty tired, and it's going to be Fitzwater and Wolfenden in the back line. It's such a makeshift back line. Luckily, King is back in net. Timmy Abraham alongside List. Well, Torres for Coventry has got 3 and 3, and I think the big thing for us in this game is do not have an injury on the road here. Just do not have an injury, and hopefully this back line can do something. They can have a decent performance. I know it's going to be difficult for them. Amos being back in the team is a positive, though. It's a real positive having him back in the squad. We'll have to see how Morrow gets on today defensively as well. Not really his strong suit, but I mean, that's a good start there. That's a very good start. Are they really going to be this out of position? Ogilvy. List. On to Timmy Abraham for his second goal of the season, maybe. Oh, he's saved, and then it's in the back of his own net. I did not expect that to happen. I genuinely didn't. I think Timmy should maybe do a little bit better with the initial shot. It's a great breakaway, straight from our back line, but yeah, I don't know who actually put that in. Hyam, I think that is. Put it in the back of his own net, but there we go. We take home goals here. Whatever gets us victories, we'll take it. Well, that's not a bad opening 6 minutes, is it? If the game carries on in this vein, I'll be very happy. The expectation is for them in this one, because we found Timmy Abraham again now. Timmy Abraham, he got power. He's not the most technical, though, so his first touch there actually wasn't the greatest. Oh, this is nice play from Coventry, just playing through us. They're going to go back across, and we're going to get away with it. Can we get away and break away? That will be the question here, right? Timmy Abraham now. Elliot List has to pull that one back. He keeps it, though. And if we could get to it, we can. And we've actually committed a pretty reckless foul there. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, my God. Wolfenden's first game for the club. But luckily, King is there, giving the football away. We're going to have to adjust to these two new centre-backs. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but he nearly just gave Coventry a very good way back into the game. Akpro's ball from Elliot List is just not good enough. And the covering defender always seemed quick enough. Mistake. Brannigan into Timmy Abraham. Could not adjust his feet. I feel like that's Brannigan's ball, to be honest with you. Timmy had the ball played behind him. That was always going to be super difficult. And it's actually blocked. Amos wins that. Elliot List now. He was tempted, wasn't he? You could tell he was tempted to just ping that one to Timmy Abraham. Akpro now. Wants the runner of Marvin. He's going to get it. No, he's not. What a defensive tackle, if you want to call it that. Whatever you want to call it. Block. Interception from Matteson. Maybe we look at Matteson after this game. We need centre-backs. He could be a decent one. He looks very quick as well, which would suit me. Well in Ogilvy. He's certainly grown so much this year as Ogilvy. Morrow now. Pings that one inside. Will Elliot List get there in time? He will. Elliot List now. This is massive. Elliot List just couldn't put it beyond the goalkeeper. Oh, he was being pushed and pulled all over the shop. And he just could not find his foot in. Brannigan then into Amos. Akpro. Out to Morrow. Morrow, good footwork from him. Still got the football. What can he do now? Need to find a breakthrough here. Morrow will bring that one back. Finds Amos, whose ball through in the end is dealt with too easily. Not the cleanest of first halves from us, but we do have the lead. And that's really all that matters here at the moment, is the fact that we're in front in this game. We keep it up. I'm really impressed with Ogilvy, though. I'm telling you, he has instantly become the best centre-back. Now, Mark felt like it was going to be him, and it came across as if it was going to be him, and then he went and got injured. Spotted Elliot List there, trying to make a run. And he just kind of cut it out. Brannigan now. Out to Timmy. Timmy do. Good hold-up play. As per usual. Timmy always has good hold-up play. I used the run of Marvin. Brannigan then. We'll pull it back. All the way back. Just struggling to break them down. Like, look at this. Look at the bodies they've got back. Oh, that's great play. That's a good ball. We'll get to that, King. What a save from King. On a Coventry. Can they find a way through? The answer is going to be no, hopefully. That is a poor clearance, and of course they are. When you're clearing the ball like that, they're always going to find a gap. And of course, it's the ex-Brighton striker. I don't actually know how to say his name, but he's very good in front of goal, and he's just put Coventry back on level pegging. Clearance just has to be better. Who is that? It's Ogilvy. I've said how good he's been, but you're going to get these odd mistakes from these 70-odd rated players, and that's one right there. And then Elliot List. He's not going to get to it, is he? Oh, my God, he has got to it. Elliot List! Oh, my God! He's magic. He really is magic. Elliot List makes it 2-1 Salford City. What a ball over by Amos, but it's just this out of nowhere. You don't think he's going to get to it. It's a great touch, and what a finish. We're going to hit it up now with a double sub. We're going to go with Ricky J. Jones for Timmy Abraham. Brannigan's going to come off for Galloway. Give Galloway some game time. Getting these opportunities. He had such a good loan, and Ricky J. Jones is back from his injury. Hopefully. We aren't rushing him back. We're just going to give him minutes here and there. Now, that could have been a really costly mistake if Amos plays a better pass. He plays that worldie of a ball there to Elliot List, and then he plays that pass after. Torres piling forward for Coventry. Oh, it's not worked out for him. Elliot List now. He wants Ricky J. Jones. Elliot List. Ricky J. Jones is back, and he's back in the goals, and that should be Coventry done and dusted. And Ricky J. Jones is on his bike. I don't know why I did that celebration, but it worked, didn't it? It just did work. It's great to have him back, and it's a good assist from Elliot List as well. What a ball in, and what a finish. Well, this feels a lot better than the Stoke game, doesn't it? And it feels good to have Ricky J. Jones back, because his position was a little bit under threat, I guess. Well, you know, Brad Young coming in. He looked really good in that first game. His position was definitely under threat. But he's proven himself here. He's proven himself worthy as that position, because to come on as a substitute, to find that space, to impact the game is massive. And it's important in a season where we don't even know if we can stay in this league, that we have moments like that. And that is absolutely good play. And I'm really starting to fall in love with Akpro. I'm not going to lie. I really am. Morrow has got this one out wide now. Morrow then whips that one in across. Ricky J. Jones. Saved by the keeper. Here comes Torres, their top goal scorer. He's not really had that much of an impact. I feel like we dealt with him well enough. Ogilvy, get away, King. Woo. A little bit lucky there in the end. But that will be the full-time whistle. 3-1 Salford. Another 3 points on the board, which is probably the most important part of that. And we can be happy here. So as time's gone on, he's just got more and more upset as Luke Bolton. And I did mention that this was something that might happen. And Luke Bolton, due to not getting game time, has now requested to be on the transfer list. He will be sold. It is a shame, again, but he will be moved on. We will be looking for other right midfielders. But we do have to be cautious that we do already have 2 out on loan. Here we go. Ian Mattison is the player. Now, he was playing more central. So we're still going to take a look at him on the left-hand side. Maybe he could be converted to a centre-back at 5'6". I don't feel like that's too bad when you're playing in a free at the back, considering some of the height. Maybe he could just be a winger for us in the future. We don't know if we're going to be able to keep hold of Olaina and Morrow, so I'll definitely give him a scout. As well as scouting Torres, because, I mean, they said he was doing so well. So I feel like, and I mean, looking at those attributes as well, I feel like we will give Torres a scout just to see how well he's doing. So we've got a transfer offer for Bolton, but the key thing here, both these scout reports are back. So I'm actually excited to see. You know, Torres is only 75 rated overall, so he could maybe be someone that we look at in the future. I'm actually going to shortlist him. He's doing bits already in the league, and then Ian Mattison as well, 76 rated. Maybe someone down the line we could go for. We're not really a club that's got that kind of money at the moment, but you never know. Things might turn around at some stage. Now, we've got a swap deal here, right? They want to give me Riley Slater. My big issue with that is I don't know if Riley Slater at 18 is actually going to be good. That's my problem. They giving me 1.2 million as well as Riley Slater? That's like a good deal. I'm going to take that. Even if Riley Slater's a little bit of a flop, the fact that they're going to give me 1.2 million and him will accept it. It does give us a right mid as well in exchange, so who knows? I'm probably going to go, obviously, for a different right mid in the transfer window when it opens, but we'll bring in Riley. He's a young Englishman, 18 years of age. We'll see how he gets on. He might end up balling out. He might end up being a flop. But he's already 65 rated, so, I mean, we just don't know what his potential is. That's a decent move as well for Luke Bolton. He'll be joining Brandon Asante there at Celtic. Portsmouth are bottom of the league, so this is going to be the team that we go in with. I'm going to quick sim this one, and hopefully the sim will be nice to me. It's a very strong squad from us, as you'd expect, but I'd rather play the Luton game. We win this 3-1, although Young does get sent off, which is a little bit frustrating, so we won't have Young for the next game. Ricky J. Jones and Young actually bagging a goal as well. Young getting a brace and then getting sent off. So Bradley Young gets his first 2 goals for the club and a red card all at the same time. And as you can see, I'm scouting galore, boys. I am not letting us be in that position again where we don't have someone who we can sign at centre-back. We've got another offer here for Bolton. It's San Lorenzo. Oh, okay. How do I see this one? It's not letting me see. Okay, San Lorenzo. I'm going to reject it. I think the move to Celtic makes more sense. So Luton is 16. So this is going to be the starting 11 to take them on. They've got that flat 5 though, and you saw how we struggled against Stoke when they played that, but they look a little bit different because, of course, Adebayo, their best striker, actually moved to Burnley. Elliot List with Ricky J. Jones up top, Lado in behind. Akpro has kind of made himself undroppable at the moment. He's been brilliant no matter where we played him. For the first time, I will be trying Galloway out at right midfield because he can play there. I want to see what he can do. The fact that he's versatile, I like that. Wolfenden will line up next to Doyle and Ogilvy. So this is how Luton are lining up now, and they genuinely are nowhere near as good as they was before. It's crazy, isn't it, how they lose just one player. Hermassen's going to be very, very hard to beat, though, in net. That's going to be the real worry. James Bree is on the bench as well, which is an interesting decision because James Bree did fantastic last time. And I feel like with Ricky J. Jones coming back, bagging that goal, Elliot List is in the form of his life here in the Championship. Luton could be in for a rough game here. I'm hoping that's the case. They are kind of our bogey team, though. Also, a big question for you guys down below. Who do you think should be the captain now? Obviously, Ogilvy's been the captain so far this season. But who do you think we should make the captain now that Moore has gone? We do have options, to be fair. Elliot List maybe even could be one of those options. Amos has proven himself to be very worthy. And Ogilvy, who's had the captain's armband, I've actually been okay with that. So maybe we just keep that. Tom King as well, the goalkeeper, could be a decent option. Just let me know down below what you think in terms of the captain. And maybe even we could pick the vice-captain as well. Lado lining up a ball to Elliot List. And that ball to Elliot List was unbelievable. And he's got to score that, I'm afraid. Elliot List, come on, mate. With the form that he is in, that should have been 1-0 Salford. You haven't quite managed to find the finish. Jade Jones now in behind to Galloway. The first time he's played out wide. Galloway then in the box to Lado. Oh, heads it straight at Hamasan. Got to put it either side, Lado. That would have been a beautiful moment for him. He's not had greatest of starts in front of goal, but he's had a good start to his season. Here come Luton. That was decent play. Not the best, though. And that is kind of what we're seeing from them today in this game. Elliot List now will run at them. Oh, the touch was too much. I didn't think he was going to come into that position. We win it back, though, with Akpor. He's proving to be so good. I think he's going to end up being super important for us this season. Elliot List there. Oh, Aina now. Gets just ahead. Ricky J. Jones is coming in. It's up against Naismith. Akpor there gets the ball back. I don't know how he managed to get up for that Amos then. That was a handball, but Elliot List is going to get it back. But I think Elliot List actually handled it. He was clean in there against Hamasan as well. I feel like we've been the better side, which is a good sign because usually when we play against Luton, we ain't the better team. Let's be honest. Usually against Luton, we are not the better team. Oh, this is nice play from Luton. He wants that ball out wide. You could tell. It's good movement. And Panzu, and well blocked by Wolfenden. Definitely don't want to just concede before the half, do you? You know, you just don't. That's not a bad header. I don't know why Honeck has actually even touched that. I don't know why he's given them another corner. We're feeling a little bit shaky about him so far. He's certainly not going to be getting rid of Tom King anytime soon. I was going to say, I imagine once we kick that ball, it will be the halftime whistle. 0-0. I think we've been a better side, but not found the back of the net yet. This would be a really good 3 points. It would also be a good point. I should add that. Considering the team that we are, considering where we are in the... Oh, come on, Elliot List. That's not where I was trying to put that. Considering where we are in the league. Get to that, Doyle. No, he can't. Cornick! And oh my God, he's put it wide. Really difficult to volley that there. And luckily for us, he's put it wide. But Doyle showing that he's just not quite quick enough. And working on his pace. I would show off the training plans, but I don't want the episodes to be too long. And we've had some really beefy episodes recently. I think if I went through all the training plans, we could be here for a while. That's a great ball from Lado. Elliot List just couldn't do quite enough. They are defending like they did in League One. I will say that. Galloway now wins that back. Akpor. He wants Olarainer in, and he's just not going to get it. We're just not going to get that today. They got too many bodies back. Galloway then pings that back to Ricky J. Jones. Ricky J. Jones finds Akpor. Good footwork from him. Good ball across to Galloway for his first goal. Was not to be. Again, the bodies in the box from Luton. They're still showing how good they are defensively. Amos wins that. This has to be good from Galloway. It's pretty decent. Elliot List. Elliot List has still got it. It's a hard angle for Elliot List. Hamasan takes a lot to beat. And they drove Elliot List wide, which was the right move from them. Very, very smart. And we just couldn't do anything. Now, can we get Elliot List in behind? We can. And Hamasan will collect it. Hamasan needs to stop putting the ball out because he's not doing a very good job so far. Elliot List now. Lado! Terrible. He's offside, but he was terrible. Well, at the danger of risking him so quickly back from injury, we are going to make the decision here to bring off Ricky J. Jones and to bring on Timmy Abraham. Not a bad performance from Ricky. Not a good one either, let's be honest. It's not been great, but he's been a danger. That's all you expect from him, to be a danger in the game. Oh, they've made another mistake there. Amos now. That was clever. Lado is going to be played in now. That was also very clever because Lado can play that across. Elliot List, and there we go. What great football that is between Lado, Elliot List, and Timmy Abraham. It's 1-0 Salford City. We take the lead here against Luton, and his revenge on the cards. It was unbelievable play. They're down into Lado, back into Timmy, Timmy into Elliot List, and he just slots it home. It's only 1 goal, though. That's what we need to remember here. And for all their good defensive work... Oh, what a ball into Cornick again, and what a save, actually. Let's give the keeper some props here. He's had a bit of a shaky start, but that is a good save. He wants to ping that one over. Oh, Elliot List has to score. Galloway might do, though, for his first goal. I mean, Hamasan is good, isn't he? He's just very, very, very good as a goalkeeper. Maybe we take a look at him. If they go down, Hamasan could be a really good option for us. But what goalkeeping that was. I held my breath for a second because I was like, this surely is a goal. And then Galloway, I felt for him as well, maybe that was going to be a goal. But again, Luton get away with it, and they're still in the game, and they have created chances. It was quite a tight game, if we're being honest. They did have the opportunities as well, but we are going to win this one 1-0, and it's a really good result for us. We needed it. Elliot List again, though. I mean, what a man. I knew it. I knew it deep down that he could do it in the Championship, and he's certainly proving that. Good performance from the boys in what has been a pretty decent month. I'm excited to see where we are in the league. Well, we actually sit 6th. Could this team potentially have playoffs in mind? Now, I will say that we've just had a much easier run of games. We have yet to play Brighton, West Brom, Bristol, Reading, Nottingham Forest, Birmingham City, Blackburn Rovers, QPR. We've yet to play a lot of teams that are in and around there. So that needs to be noted. When we play those games, we might drop quite drastically because there's a lot of us on 17. So I want you to bear that in mind. Like, next month might yield different success, but we do play against Ipswich next, which is making my life a little bit easier. But then after that, Brighton, QPR, Reading, and West Brom all in that month. So we are 6th now. We probably won't be after we play those kind of teams. They're probably going to teach me a bit of a lesson, especially Brighton and West Brom. Their squads will be unbelievable. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, please smash that subscribe button for more content from your boy Yorkie, as well as hitting the like button if you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one.